It started on a gray, silent evening in October when the rain outside my apartment in Manchester dripped endlessly against the window, and my curiosity got the better of me. I had been watching YouTube videos about the dark web, those creepy, pixelated thumbnails with titles like, "Don't ever go here at 3 a.m., and people who bought from the dark web regret it forever. I'd always thought it was exaggerated, clickbait made to farm views. But that night, with the lights dimmed and the city asleep, I decided to see for myself. I downloaded the Tor browser, connected to a VPN, and dove in, scrolling through onion links that promised hidden marketplaces, encrypted forums, and strange, forbidden archives. Most of it looked like outdated junk, scam websites, illegal drugs, fake passports, guns, stolen data. But then I saw something different, something that didn't belong among the chaos of black markets and corrupted archives. It was a small listing on a forum called Echo Bazaar. The title said, simply, Spock's Custom. Do not use online. It looked so innocent, almost funny. I clicked on it out of curiosity, expecting a scam. The post contained a few low-resolution photos of an original Xbox console, old, scratched, but modified with strange markings etched along the side, symbols that looked ancient, almost like runes. The description said, contains special content, 1 of 7 ever made, for collectors only. Do not connect to internet. The price was absurdly low, Euro 150 in Bitcoin. I thought it was some elaborate troll, maybe a modded console with pirated games. I decided to buy it. It arrived 3 weeks later in a nondescript brown box. The sender's address label was blank. Inside was the Xbox, heavier than I expected, wrapped in an oily plastic sheet that smelled faintly of rust and burnt electronics. There was also a single note written in typewriter font, "Play alone. Midnight only." I laughed at that, probably part of the gimmick. But when I plugged it in that night, my TV flickered weirdly, static pulsing in red and green instead of the usual white noise. The Xbox logo didn't appear. Instead, a black screen with a single word showed up, "Welcome." Then it asked, "Are you ready to see?" I thought it was some sort of modded interface. I pressed A. The console whirred loudly, the fan spinning like an old projector, and suddenly, a list of games appeared on the screen. But they weren't normal games. The titles read like crimes: The Basement, Dinner Table, No Eyes, Child's Room, The Last Stream. I felt something tighten in my chest. Still, out of stupid curiosity, I clicked The Basement. The screen turned pitch black for nearly a full minute before faint, handheld camera footage appeared. The camera was shaky, pointed at concrete walls and metal pipes. A voice off-screen whispered in some European accent, maybe German or Dutch, something I couldn't make out. Then the camera turned, showing a man tied to a chair, blindfolded, breathing heavily. My stomach twisted. I thought it was a movie or prank video, but the quality was too raw, too real. The camera moved closer, and that's when I noticed the timestamp in the corner of the screen. It was from that very day. I turned off the console immediately, my hands trembling. I unplugged it and stared at the blank TV reflection of my face. Pale, confused, sweating. For hours I sat there, wondering what the hell I had just watched. The next day, my curiosity won again. I wanted to see if I'd imagined it. So I turned the Xbox on again, but this time the screen didn't show any games. It only said, "You shouldn't have looked away." My heart froze. Then a faint static noise grew louder until I realized it wasn't coming from the TV. It was coming from the console itself, like a distorted whispering voice trapped inside. I unplugged everything, shoved the Xbox back into the box, and left it on my balcony, too freaked out to even look at it. That night, I barely slept. Around 3 a.m., I woke up to the sound of the TV turning itself on. My heart pounded as I saw static glowing faintly through the curtains. I peeked through the balcony door. The Xbox was gone. The box was still there, but empty. I searched my entire apartment, even though part of me didn't want to find it. Then I saw the green light, the faint power ring glowing under my bed. I swear my blood ran cold. The Xbox was on, plugged in somehow even though the cable was still in the living room. The screen on the TV had changed again, showing my apartment's interior from a low angle. It was live footage of me, my own terrified face staring at the screen. I screamed, pulled the plug from the wall, and everything went dark. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I packed the Xbox in a bag and drove 20 miles out of town to a landfill. I hurled it as far as I could into the trash pit, covered it with dirt, and drove back. For a few days, things were quiet. I tried to forget. Then, on the fourth night, I woke up to my phone vibrating on the bedside table. It was an unknown number with no country code. The message said, "Nice to play with you. Next game soon." My stomach twisted again. I blocked the number, reset my phone, changed my Wi-Fi password, and even moved to a new apartment in Leeds. But the messages didn't stop. Every few nights, a different number would text me the name of one of those games I saw on the Xbox menu. Then came photos, grainy screenshots of me sleeping or sitting at my desk, taken from strange angles, as if from a hidden camera. I contacted the police, but they dismissed it as an elaborate prank, saying I should stop visiting suspicious websites. One of the officers laughed and said, "You've been watching too many creepypastas, mate." Months passed. I tried to move on. But then one evening, I saw a news report on BBC about an underground network of live-stream torture videos being broadcast through encrypted servers on the dark web. The footage shown looked horribly familiar. Same concrete walls, same symbols, same timestamp format. And among the listed equipment seized from a recent raid in Belgium, there it was, modified Xbox consoles, 7 units, unknown purpose. My breath caught in my throat. I paused the video, staring at the photo of those consoles. They were identical to the one I had. The symbol on the side, those etched runes, it was all the same. That night, I couldn't sleep again. Every sound in my flat made me flinch. I kept the lights on, the curtains drawn, phone on silent. But around midnight, I heard the faint hum of electricity from the living room, like an old console booting up. I crept forward slowly, heart hammering. The TV was off, but there was a green reflection against the wall, faint but steady. I grabbed a knife from the kitchen and walked closer, only to find nothing. The power light had disappeared. But on my TV screen, text suddenly appeared for a split second before vanishing. "Welcome back." The next day, I tried to tell my story online. I posted it on Reddit under r/deepwebtruths. But within minutes, the post vanished, and my account got suspended. I tried again using a VPN, same thing. Every copy of the story I uploaded disappeared. It was as if someone, somewhere, didn't want people to know. A week later, a small parcel arrived at my door with no return address. I froze before opening it, but my curiosity was stronger. Inside, there was a single black Xbox controller, burnt at the edges, still warm to the touch, and a folded note. I unfolded it with shaking hands. It said, "You still owe us the final level." That was 6 months ago. Since then, I haven't touched a console, haven't gone near the dark web. But sometimes, when the lights flicker in my flat or the TV glitches to static for a moment, I swear I can hear the faint hum of that cursed machine, the whirring of its fan, the soft click of its disc tray opening by itself. I don't know what was on that Xbox, who made it, or why it found its way to me. But I know one thing, whatever game it was running, it never ended. And sometimes, late at night, I still get a text message from an unknown number. No words, just a file attachment named level_mp4. I've never opened it, and I never will. If you ever see a listing on the dark web that says, "Custom Xbox," do not use online, don't buy it. Some things aren't meant to be played.